Noel Mikaeljan clawed his way back to the top on Saturday night, grinding out a hard-fought win over Badou Jack to reclaim the WBC Cruiserweight World Championship. It was not pretty, it was not smooth, but it was honest, physical boxing, the kind that tests will as much as skill. Fighting inside, chest to chest, Mikaeljan slowly bent the fight in his favor and took revenge for the loss that cost him the title earlier this year. The bout took place in Los Angeles atop a pay-per-view card, and while it lacked polish, it delivered tension. Every round felt unsettled. Both men traded short punches, leaned on each other, and argued for control in the clinches. Tempers flared late, and the referee stepped in with point deductions after repeated warnings for illegal shots. The penalties only added to the sense that the fight was slipping into chaos. Early on, Badou Jack showed his experience. He landed clean counters, mixed in bodywork, and kept Mikaeljan from finding any real rhythm. For the first half, Jack looked like the steadier fighter, calmer under pressure and more economical with his punches. But age and fatigue began to show. As the rounds wore on, his movements slowed, his reactions dulled, and the inside exchanges became harder to survive. From that moment, Mikaeljan surged. He pushed the pace, crowded Jack, and forced him to fight when he wanted to rest. The challenger closed the gap round by round, turning defense into offense and pressure into control. By the final bell, there was no doubt who had seized momentum. When the decision was read, Mikaeljan stood as a two-time world champion once again. For him, the future opens doors, including the possibility of unifying the division down the line. For Jack, the night raised difficult questions. At 42 years old, he spoke honestly afterward, admitting he did not feel great and acknowledging that his long career may be nearing its end. The rest of the card delivered solid action. Johnny Mansour boxed smartly to a clear decision win, while Julius Ballo impressed with composure and clean movement in his own victory. One of the standout fights saw Brooks Sibrian earn revenge in a competitive rematch, edging out Gloria Munguia in a tightly contested battle. It was a night defined by grit, not glamour. Mikaeljan and Jack reminded everyone that championships are not always won with highlight reels, but with resilience, pressure, and the refusal to break when the fight turns ugly.